Alright everybody, welcome back to Hogwarts Legacy. We are in the passage that leads us down to the cellar of Honeyduke so that we can get Gareth Weasley his dried billywig stems, or stings. So let's ride this on down and see where it goes.
This castle will never cease to surprise me. Revelio. Confringo.
Spider webs. That means there must be some spiders here somewhere. Just in case. Ooh, golden trimmed school robe. That's an upgrade. Let's put that on. Oh, we can't wear it. Alright. Never mind.
Confringo.
Wait, are we just right back where we started? Could have sworn. Is that a different path? That's odd. Okay. Ah, yeah, it was. It was just around. Okay.
I'm trapped. How am I supposed to get out of here?
Fairly simple solution there.
I'm going to have to get past this.
Can we clear it if we jump? The plum sorcerer hat. Some pork lump juice.
Revelio.
Some frogs. There's something over there though. Let's see if we can swim and get it. Oh yeah, we definitely can. Look at that. Exploration pays off. So we've got the fringed crimson clockwork scarf. Oh, but this one, the lucent cobalt runic scarf, is way better. Okay. I don't think we've got anything here. Some unidentified things. The plum sorcerer hat. Yeah, let's change that appearance and get that off. We do have our talents to spend, but I'll spend those later once I figure out what I want to spend them on. Try to get some more spells first.
Accio.
can clear it. Alright. Looks like we've got to repair this one. Then levitate. Then jump.
Confringo! Reparo! Levioso! Something is getting in the way of that platform. Flipendo! Levioso! Aha! Got it.
I think that's the first time we've had to use Flipendo in a puzzle. And it didn't say it was a requirement for this dungeon.
This must be the way out. I need to find a way to open that gate. Confringo!
This is a baby game. I figured it out.
Smells sweet. Must be close to Honeyduke's.
But I think I'm supposed to get the Billywigs here. Maybe not.
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade. Honeyduke's. I can smell the chocolate.
Oh no, our gear slots are full.
Billywig stings for Gareth.
We just lost something good there. Oh, maybe not. Alright, so let's destroy something really quick. Oh, burgundy robe.
Revelio.
This is so cool. So this passage is how Harry Potter got into Hogsmeade when his uncle would not sign the
Now back to Gareth. I can only imagine how his new recipe's going to turn out.
when his uncle wouldn't sign the permission slip for him to visit Hogsmeade. Just wander right on out. Look at that. Just robbed him blind right in front of him.
Revelio.
Exploding bonbons. These treats explode when eaten. Although they are unlikely to cause serious injury, one is advised to chew carefully. Look at that. Pepper imps. They breathe fire. Did they add new candies? I don't think this was in here the first time I looked. Ah, level 1. We can unlock that.
Aloha Mora. Revelio.
This must be where the shopkeeper lives. Oh. So now I can open it. Okay. That's pretty cool. Alright, I think there was something else we had to do here. So if we go to our quests, we finished... No, we've got to return to Gareth for this one. But we do have to talk to Sirona. Alright, let's go talk to Sirona for a little bit and see what that's about. We've got the Billywig stings, rumored to be an ingredient in the sweet fizzing Whizbees. The sting of a Billywig causes giddiness and levitation. Yeah, everything we're wearing is better. Okay, let's go talk to Sirona.
You're worrying far too much. Nobody's looking
We'll
at
be seeing you again.
Oh wow, we get to read the paper.
Read all about
It was an accident.
Price can't be passed.
Basilisk Breather insists. The Cornish wizard arrested for breeding basilisks has insisted that it was all simply a silly mistake. He was taken in after a routine inspection.
Known someone so dramatic, just like your father.
He was...
Anyone would think you had an affair.
After a routine inspection, it revealed toad infestations in all 5 of his chicken coops. Basilisk breeding has long been forbidden by the ministry. However, due to the potency, rarity, and value of basilisk venom,
You'll learn to be
it is perhaps not surprising to know that the less rule-abiding amongst us have skirted the law.
latest wizarding.
As explained by a neighbor of the wizard in custody, a shrouded figure who has chosen to remain anonymous, the way to make a basilisk is by hatching a chicken egg beneath a toad. Every wizard with a wand knows that. The Cornish wizard has pleaded total ignorance as a defense before the Wizengamot, claiming that his chicken coops are simply irresistible to toads, and that he had no knowledge of the basilisk breeding process. His defense was met with widespread skepticism by its members, with the exception of Belinda Brown of the Department of Regulation and Control of Magical Creatures, who said, "I have no doubt that he's that much of a moon mind. We told him we were coming, didn't we? All he had to do was move the toads."
Appreciate you having a look.
Okay, that's pretty nifty that we get to read the newspaper, too. We can probably start to unlock a lot more of these locks around here now.
I'll fix him, that charm grinder.
Oh, Ackley Barnes, what do you have for us, bud?
Sir, is everything all right?
How kind of you to ask. The name's Ackley Barnes. And no, it is not. I'm plotting a sort of revenge against my ex-business partner, a conniving fiend by the name of Alfred Lawley. He cut me out of our herbology supply business just as we were getting started. Said I was too volatile to work with. I'll show him volatile.
How frustrating for you.
That must have been frustrating for you.
Yes, it was. Terribly. I'm simply passionate about my work. Supercilious fool. He's passionate about things too, as I intend to remind him by relieving him of his prized possession. A venomous tentacula he's grown from a seedling that was to be the keystone of our business venture. I can't get anywhere near it with Ruth Singer watching me like an augury. Lawley's doing, no doubt. But no one would suspect a student. How would you feel about committing some grand plant larceny?
Alright, what was your business with Mr. Lawley?
You said Mr. Lawley was your ex-business partner. What were you working on?
I had an idea to train venomous tentacula, create guard plants, if you will, that attacked when ordered. We hit a snag when one ate Lawley's Kneasel. After that, he cut me out of the business, the short-sighted fiend.
Why this venomous tentacula?
Why do you need Mr. Lawley's venomous tentacula in particular?
Simple. If I have it, then Lawley doesn't. Ergo, I can launch my business, and he must start all over again. I'm killing 2 snidgets with 1 stone.
That's a new one. 2 snidgets, 1 stone. Alright, what else is in the cellar?
What else is in Mr. Lawley's cellar?
All of Lawley's herbology supplies. He has quite the collection. Fill your pockets while you're there. Or to slow him down for a bit. And I can get my business going minus any competition.
Okay, you get yourself a deal, bud.
I'll get the venomous tentacula for you.
Marvelous. I know a fellow seeker of justice when I see one. Take as many herbology supplies as you like while you're in his cellar. All I ask is that you bring me the venomous tentacula. Remember, I just need that venomous tentacula.
Seems I need to find Mr. Lawley's cellar.
Okay, we gotta get up to some thievery.
Glad you came.
Oh, please tell me you have an answer for me about the butterflies.
Folk still talk about you taking down that troll in the village circle. You certainly made an impression.
Hello, Serona. I received your owl. How are you?
Hello, my friend. Did you ever find Lodgog?
I did, thank you. We had a good conversation. He sends you his best.
Glad to hear it. I shan't ask for details of your little chat, and I'll refrain from telling you to be careful yet again. But I hope you will be, whatever your plans.
Of course. Your owl mentioned you're needing my help with something?
I do. I thought you might be just the person to do a favour for my friend Dorothy Sprottle in Upper Hogsfield.
I've actually met Mrs. Sprottle. I recently spoke with her about her friend Claire Beaumont.
She's lovely. Her late husband Aidan was a friend of my father's. In fact, I'd stay with Dot and Aidan the summers I waited tables here as a student. I've seen her a few times since Aidan passed, but the pub's been so busy lately, I've not been as attentive as I'd have liked. I wonder if you might pop in and see her. She may need some help collecting ingredients for her supply of Wiggenweld potion. And you could retrieve something of mine in the process. A box, full of old letters and such.
Okay. Why does Mrs. Sprottle have a Wiggenweld supply?
Why does Mrs. Sprottle keep a supply of Wiggenweld potion on hand?
Dot's a skilled potioneer. She's been supplying travelling vendors with Wiggenweld potion. An ordinary precaution that has, unfortunately, become a necessity, what with Ranrock's loyalists disrupting the trade routes.
Why did Mr. and Mrs. Sprottle have your box of letters after all this time?
It's one of a few that I had when I was young. Dot found it when she was clearing out a closet. Can't imagine what's in there. Probably terribly theatrical. The ramblings of a teenage witch and her friends. You're welcome to take a peek inside, if you do find it. To be honest, I'd imagine it contains some lovely memories.
Okay, I could try and stop by.
I'll try to go and see her when I can.
It would mean the world to me. And to Dorothy. Aidan was bringing the box of letters to me when he was taken ill. Dot can tell you where he might have dropped it.
Okay,
You'll
let's go.
find the hamlet just north of Hogsmeade.
A friend
Please
indeed.
do give Dot my love.
Alright, Serona is our friend, so let's go find her letters.
Point of toiling.
We're just adding more and more chores to our list. Right. I think we can fast travel up there. Let me see. I only do it just because it's such a pain to get on the broom in Hogsmeade.
Upper Hogsfield. Now where to find Mrs. Sprottle? Seems a pleasant enough little place. Nice to see you again, Mrs. Sprottle. Actually, Serona Ryan asked if I'd come and see you.
Oh, dear Serona, a gem. Has been for as long as I've known her.
She thought you might need help collecting ingredients for your Wiggenweld potion.
And she's correct. My darling Aidan used to collect hawklumps for me. Since he died, my supply has dwindled.
I'm sorry for your loss, Mrs. Sprottle.
Oh, thank you. Love of my life. A bit lost without him. If you wouldn't mind gathering some hawklumps for me, I'd be happy to compensate you for your time.
Okay, believe it or not, I have some with me.
Believe it or not, I have some with me.
Oh, thank you. How wonderful. The travelling vendors will be thrilled to replenish their stock of Wiggenweld potion.
Serona also mentioned that Mr. Sprottle was bringing her a box of letters when he fell ill.
Indeed he was. I'd almost forgotten. I stumbled upon it just before Aidan died. He was hoping to go through it with Serona over a butterbeer or two. Those two were always like two bowtruckles in a branch. Aidan took ill when he was collecting hawklumps on his way to see her. He made it home, but I fear he dropped the box in the cavern. The cavern is in the hills just southwest of our hamlet. You can gather hawklumps and collect the box of letters there.
Right, what was Serona like when she was my age?
Serona said she lived with you during the summers when she was at Hogwarts. What was she like?
Oh, goodness. Well, she was almost exactly like she is now. Charming, good head on her shoulders, taking care of everyone. I can't tell you the fun we had when she and her friends would visit us during the year, all buzzing about, practicing charms. Talented group. Her friend Mirabelle was a genius in the garden. Learned it all from her muggle parents, if you can believe it.
Do you remember anything about the letters you put in the box?
Oh, of course. A few letters from some of her school friends. Some nice memories. I even included a letter Serona had written to me when she was staying with us. Thought she might enjoy reading it. I know when I read writing from my youth, I'm always astonished at how much I've changed, and yet remain the same.
Thank you, Mrs. Sprottle.
Thank you. I'll be here if you are able to collect those hawklumps. I and the vendors I help would greatly appreciate it.
Wait, I gave you my Horklums.
Hope they know what they're doing.
Bad guys.
You can feed a beast, or it can feed you, if you get my meaning. You've had too much fire whiskey if you think you can outdo my take. Could hardly carry the sacks on that last raid. It's been ages since I've found anything worth poaching near Cragcroft. Betting on the dragon fights was the best decision I've made. What?
Expelliarmus! This must be the cavern Mrs. Sprottle mentioned.
I wonder what the poachers were doing here.
Now, where did I set my trap?
Ah, there's another.
Or up a Hogsfield?
Oh, they're down there.
Loud as a troll you are.
Oh no.
You took Nora Treadwell from us.
Okay. Won't try that one again.
Cavern Mrs. Sprottle mentioned.
Sold some baby nifflers the other day. Fetched a small fortune. Always get more when they're small. Who's there?
Tricky little cave flapper!
Expelliarmus! Accio! Confringo! Protego! Depulso! One less poacher in the wizarding world. Revelio.
Bangs 3. Alright, let's enter Horklump Hollow.
Gave the Horklumps to Mrs. Sprottle, but I still need to visit the cave to find Sirona's box. Better have a look around. See about the Horklumps and the box of letters. That's all the Horklumps for now. Mrs. Sprottle should be pleased. Revelio. Confringo. Depulso. Either I'll have to fight that troll, or avoid it altogether. Confringo! Depulso!
Oh.
Expelliarmus! Levioso! Glacius! Expelliarmus! Flipendo! Expelliarmus!
Oof. Okay, we really can't dodge that one. When it tells us to shield, we have to do that, I guess. Let's see what the collection says about mountain trolls. Okay, so after the troll slams with Flipendo, we have to hit it with its own boulder, and then slam its club up with Flipendo. Alright, let's try it like this.
Either I'll have to fight that troll, or avoid it altogether. Should think they felt that in London.
Funny guy. Okay, I need more of these Maxima potions. That really did it. I pressed it too much, I think, but super effective.
That's all the Hawk Clumps for now. Mrs. Sprottle should be pleased. Revelio.
There, we slid down this way. A letter. Dear Serrano, when I arrived here, I had a troubling sense that in many ways I wasn't like the other first years. I confess I was worried that Hogwarts might not have been the proper place for me, and pondered sending it out to my parents asking them to fetch me almost before the first week of classes had ended. How did you know? I presume you're not secretly a legilimens, but I wonder that you seem to know my thoughts better than I did myself. That day in the Three Broomsticks when you spotted me huddled in a corner staring blankly at an untouched butterbeer and an empty bit of parchment, my quill dripping ink woefully onto the floor, and you came to sit with me, well, I shall never forget it. I recall a sudden sense of relief, as if someone had cast a levitation charm on me. When you told me about how nervous you'd been to come to Hogwarts, I looked at you, and it seemed beyond my imagination to think of you as anything but the confident, contented witch sitting before me. In the days that followed, I marveled at how you charmed, in the non-magical sense I mean, everyone around you without apology, embracing who you were and who they were. It was as though a candle had flickered on for me. I realized that I could choose that path as well. Now that my school years are ending, the frightened first-year witch I had been seems worlds away. And I know it's because you saw yourself in that despairing creature in the corner of the pub and so generously extended yourself to her. Yours sincerely, Mirabelle. P.S. Please tell Mrs. Sprottle that I still plan on visiting her and Mr. Sprottle whenever I can, for their delightful conversation and, I'm unashamed to admit, her incomparable cauldron cakes. Oh, so Professor Garlic and Sirona are really buds. Here's another. My dear Sirona, I sent a note separately to dear Mr. and Mrs. Sprottle for their hospitality, but felt the need to put a quill to parchment with my thanks to you as well. What a lovely respite from the castle. I won't soon forget how we giggled about that ridiculous gnome. Did he truly believe that he was singing? And Mrs. Sprottle's steak and kidney pie was simply glorious. I shall be dreaming about it for days. I so appreciate you including me. I fear I must warn you, however, that this does not mean I will go easy on you in next week's match. You know that Ravenclaw is no match at all for Slytherin this year. Most gratefully yours, Philomena. I don't know who Philomena is.
This must be Sirona's box of letters.
Oh, there's a lot more. Look at this. Dear Sirona, I conjured this wee gift for you as a token of my gratitude. If you hadn't stood your ground on my behalf during Quidditch practice last week, I might have left the team altogether, and now we've won the Quidditch Cup. Ravenclaw House would not be the same without you. Yours sincerely, Sean. Dear Sirona, happy birthday, my darling friend. I sneaked into the kitchens to ask Finky to make our favorite, cream crowdy. She was delighted to oblige, not sure where she got raspberries at this time of year. Genius, that Finky. Bess.
I should take this box of letters to Sirona. She'll be glad to have it back.
Holy smokes, this is a long one. Dear Mrs. Sprottle, Mother and Father were delighted to hear that you and I had spent the afternoon at Gladrags last Saturday. Truth be told, I think my mother was ever so slightly envious. I shan't soon forget how heartily we laughed at my efforts to lace the bodice of my new dress. A challenge indeed, as is the rather delicate practice of properly situating a hat pin without wounding either my hat or my head. But I adore everything that we selected, and I have you to thank for now feeling like a marvelously fashionable witch. It was also a treat to dine at the Three Broomsticks without having to clear the tables. I shall own a place like that one day, mark my words. I consider myself more than lucky that you and Mr. Sprottle agreed to let me stay. I know that my parents feel precisely the same way. Yours gratefully, Sirona.
I think that's everything. Sirona will be glad to have this back.
Wait, I thought she used to be a boy. I'm not sure. It seemed like she was a witch the whole time. Ooh, this suave mauve hat. Nice. Getting past that cave troll was no easy task, but I managed to get the box of letters. Now I can return them to Serona. And we got a bunch of Horklum juice. Okay, I guess we gotta use landmarks. Oh, it's not too far away.
Hogsmeade, here I come.
Cowabunga. There we go.
I miss the old
Revelio.
Water well. The savvy traveler knows that some water wells may have more to offer than this relatively innocuous well in the village of Hogsmeade.
I saw what you did! Hand them back!
Hand what back, sir? We've not took a thing.
Hand them back!
There's nothing to give, sir. It was only the one. That's all of them, sir. Honestly, I swear.
How many times are you pair going to keep pilfering my shop?
I swear it was just those ones,
We
sir.
promise, sir. We'd never take more than those.
I tell you this, they'll not appreciate your antics in Azkaban. You just wait till I see your mother.
That was a bit harsh.
That was funny.
Oh, please tell me you have...
Hello, Serona. I have good news. I was able to provide your friend Mrs. Sprottle with some hawk clumps for her Wiggenweld potion, and I found your box of letters.
Oh, thank you. I knew you were the one to ask.
I wondered about some of the letters in the box.
Of course. It appears most of the letters were from fellow students.
Were you on the Quidditch team?
One of the letters mentions Quidditch practice. Did you play?
I did. Was the Ravenclaw Seeker for 3 years. Oh, Merlin's beard. I adore Quidditch. Nothing like the feeling of catching the golden snitch when your team's down by 140 points. I'll never forgive Professor Black for cancelling it this year. I missed cheering for Ravenclaw.
And is Mirabelle Professor Garlic?
I saw a letter from someone named Mirabelle. Is that Professor Garlic?
It is. Still one of my dearest friends. I know she wouldn't mind you having seen that letter. She and I are of a similar mind, especially when it comes to young people. We believe experience to be an invaluable teacher. To borrow a phrase from Mirabelle, It's a joy to see anyone blossom, but particularly one who doubted they ever would.
I spotted a letter from you to Mrs. Sprottle. You two seem to have a lot of fun together.
We do. She taught me so much during my summers with her and Aiden. I shall be the first to admit that adolescents aren't always the easiest to understand. And not everyone was as kind to me as the Sprottles. But the depth of their kindness, and that of so many of my friends, got me through... well, got me through some challenging times, to put it mildly.
I'm glad I could be of help. Mrs. Sprottle sends her best.
Don't know what I'd have done without her and Aiden. Thank you, again, for helping her, and for returning this box of letters. It's nice to reflect on good memories.
Oh, we got a keg shelf. Nice.
Oh, please tell me. you
Nope,
have
I
an
don't
answer
know
for
anything about the butterflies.
butterflies.
Okay, let's stop here for now and head back to Hogwarts. Thank you for watching.